TFA fam, what's up? What's going on? We're back with week 9 edition of wide receiver cornerback matchups. Another quick hitting video for you here. We are going to look at 4 wide receivers for you to start this week in your wide receiver 3 or flex spot. We've got T. Higgins, who may not be able to be qualified for a wide receiver 3, but for some of you guys, he is going to fall in that flex spot for you. And we're looking at another good spot here for T. Higgins. Currently leads the team in targets with 8.2 per game. He's getting 26% of the target share, 33% of the air yards, 87 air yards per game. He's one of Burrow's main targets. And it's worth noting that last year, Joe Burrow's 2 highest pass attempt games both came against the Cleveland Browns. The Browns have been decent against the run, and they have become a pass funnel defense. So I'm looking for Joe Burrow to continue to have a high volume of pass attempts, and it's also worth noting the Bengals rank top of the league in situation neutral pass rate. So any game that is staying close, they are looking to throw the football with Joe Burrow, and T. Higgins will be a main piece of that. Greg Newsome is the cornerback that T is going to be matched up with. He's been okay, allowing 64% catch rate, 12 yards per catch, and an 88 passer rating. He's been decent, but not great. But the key with T. Higgins here is volume against this Cleveland Browns defense, and T. Higgins should be able to have a successful game here. Next up, we have DeVante Parker in his second game back for the Miami Dolphins, facing off with the Houston Texans. It's worth the most noteworthy piece from this game is actually the fact that Tyrod Taylor will be playing for Houston on the other side. We saw in week 1 that Houston was able to put up 37 points with Tyrod playing. And this offense, it's not going to be good, but it becomes serviceable. And I expect Houston to not get blown out as much as when Davis Mills was quarterbacking the Texans. DeVante Parker is getting over 100 air yards per game, seeing 24% of the targets, 39% of the air yards. And he barely trails Jalen Waddle, leading the team in targets, 8.2 for Parker and 8.4 per game for Jalen Waddle. DeVante Parker gets the best cornerback matchup possible in the entire world, and that's against Vernon Hargreaves, who is the worst cornerback to possibly ever play the game of football. He's allowing a 78% catch rate, 17 yards per catch, and a 115 passer rating this year. Next up, we have Jeudy against the Dallas Cowboys. The Broncos come into this one as 9-point underdogs, and that is because Dak Prescott is slated to play for the Cowboys. This means that Jeudy and the Broncos should be trailing this game for the majority of the game, and they will have to throw the football to have success to keep up with Dallas. Last week, coming back off injury, Jeudy had 75% of the snaps, and we can expect to see Courtland Sutton seeing a majority of the Trayvon Diggs coverage in this game. That leaves Jerry Jeudy in the slot against Jordan Lewis, who Lewis has not been great this year, allowing a 68% catch rate, 12 yards per target, 2 touchdowns, and a 101 passer rating. Finally, that leaves us with Cadarius Toney as our last start of the week in a great cornerback matchup. In 2 games without Sterling Shepard, he leads the team with 11 targets per game. He's getting 98 air yards per game. He had 30% of the targets, 29% of the air yards. And he will be facing off with Nate Hobbs, who has allowed a ridiculous 87% catch rate. And it's not on a small sample size either. He's allowed 27 catches on 31 targets at him. So definitely a really good spot for Toney, who has shined in minimal work so far this year. So look for Toney to have a big game against Las Vegas in a game without Sterling Shepard and Kenny Golladay available for the Giants. So that does it for week 9, and good luck, and we will see you next week.